Good afternoon, folks. Today we're going to make some clam chowder. But before I start, it's Memorial Day weekend. And we do have to remember all of those who've gone before us and all of the foreign wars throughout this world where we have brought freedom to foreign lands and have kept our freedom. So for all of those who've died and who've served, gosh, you are heroes and we thank you for it. All right. On with the clam chowder. This recipe came from a good friend of mine, John, in Massachusetts. You know who you are. Won't embarrass by saying your last name because nobody could pronounce it anyway. I can't pronounce it right. Anyway, for this clam chowder, we're going to have a little bacon. We start with a little bacon, about a pound of white potatoes. I would say about a good cup of onion, half a cup of celery, 1 carrot, some flour. We get these 3 pounds of clam from Costco, and that's usually enough for this. There's 3 pounds in there and enough juice to make it. And of course some heavy cream, thyme, a little salt and pepper, and finishing up with some parsley. And we're going to feast on that with some very good Italian bread.
What are those leaves there?
Oh, forgot. Gotta have the bay leaves. 3 bay leaves will go into this as we start. I'm gonna cook this on the grill dome outside, so you'll see the setup. I'm gonna cook it in a cast iron Dutch oven over charcoal. So pay attention. All right, got a nice little charcoal fire going. What I'm going to do is put the step down grill. That brings me a little closer to the fire. And then my 15-inch cast iron pot. Try to get it in there. Sometimes it gets a little crooked. I've got an invention that I'll show you later on how to keep it stable. First thing that goes in is the bacon. This is going to getting hot already. So we're going to do this whole thing on the grill. We'll control the heat with the vents down below. And, you know, this is nice to do this kind of stuff outside because if you're living in Texas or Florida and you don't want to cook in the kitchen, you know, or even Arizona for that matter, New Mexico, I'm going to hit all the states.
California.
California. It's just nothing like cooking outside. So I'm making the most of this grill. See you in a couple minutes. All right, you see the bacon is rendered, looking very, very nice. Not quite super crisp, but it'll cook a little bit more. I'm going to add the onions, celery, like that sound, and the carrots. All right, I'm going to cook these. I don't know, 2-3 minutes, depending on your temperature, just so the vegetables soften a little bit.
So what do you think the temperature is in there now?
You know, it's hard to say. I think that probably around 350. It's nice. It's a nice temperature. I'm going to back it off just a little bit, but it's good. It's good. It's ready to go.
It's ready to go?
Well, it's ready to go now. Come back in a minute.
Okay.
Don't be in a hurry. John, it's good. Great recipe. Okay, it's about this time. Can you imagine that? I've added the thyme. I'm going to add a little flour. That's going to make the roux. If you get fresh thyme, it's much better. I think one of my leaves fell down in there, but this is a gigantor leaf, so will be good. So mix all of this together. A couple minutes, and then we're going to add some more ingredients. So this will make your roux. You kind of want to cook the flour to get the flour flavor out of it. So this is what we're going to do right now for the next 2 minutes. All right, that's the roux has been cooking and browning a little bit for a couple minutes. Now I'm adding clam juice right out of the can.
Do you put the clams in now?
No, later on. Otherwise they'll cook too quick. They'll be like little pellets. There we go. Add that stuff. There we go.
So what does the roux do?
The roux is going to thicken the clam chowder. Okay, so I've added the potatoes. Now I'm going to bring all of this to a boil. And we'll come back and tell you some more, the rest of the story. Okay, the potatoes are fork tender. That roux was a little thick. So what I did is I added a little bit of chicken stock to thin it out a little bit. Never know how your roux is going to turn out, but it was rather thick. So what I'm going to do now, since the potatoes are just perfect, 2 cups of heavy cream, folks. Good stuff. Cows love it. We love it. And it's going to make this delicious. And then after I bring this to a boil, I'm going to put the clams in. I don't want to put them in there right now, but we're going to bring this back up to a simmer, because not boil, because the cream will curdle, but just to a simmer. Now I understand that there was a lady named Nana Mont that as a secret ingredient to her clam chowder, she would add a little cayenne pepper.
AKA noni.
Noni. Noni. I would tell you what she used to call me, but that wouldn't be good on YouTube. So here we go. We'll let that come to a simmer, then we'll add the clams and cook them for a couple more minutes, and then we'll be done. We'll add the parsley. Okay, that's what I call a simmer. Don't want to get it too much simmering, much more than that. Incidentally, I've never closed the dome, so I'm just firing off the charcoal down below. Okay, now we're adding the clams. Whoa, good stuff.
Ooh, that's a nice amount of clams.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. About, it says like 3 pounds of clams, so this is going to be rich in clams, wonderful in flavor. I'm going to bring this back up to a simmer. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of parsley. We're going to go inside. We're going to butter up some rosemary garlic, fresh rosemary garlic bread to go with this. And it's going to be delicious. Thanks again, John Mora. Great stuff. We love you guys and pray for you all the time.
And God bless you both.
Yes. Amen. Amen. So, Mom, what do you think?
It's my favorite.
You love it?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
your favorite?
Yeah.
Wonderful. So you like this stuff.
I like the clam chowder.
That's all I can say. Now I like to add a little bit of, this is roasted habanero to mine. I know, I'm a little crazy, but gotta have it. So, shall we say Happy Memorial Day?
Yes. Happy
Memorial Day to everybody.
Memorial Day to everybody.
We love our heroes.
We love our heroes. Heroes.
Heroes, that's correct.
Standing on a mountain looking down on a city, the way I feel is a dog.